Hi guys, Ken Chigbo, aka KenFX Freak, back with another week roundup and look ahead on behalf of the BluFX team. Guys, in terms of last week, I think it's really significant. As you can see there on the chart, the dollar index, okay, it had been falling. Remember, we've been speaking about this for 8 consecutive weeks. Now, we managed to snap that losing streak and closing in the green there. Really, if we just go to the details, it was Wednesday. Okay, it's Wednesday where we start to see them flows come back into the dollar. We had the FOMC minutes of their last meeting where they were less dovish than expected. Okay, they essentially ruled out other actions from what they're doing at the moment, such as yield curve control, more dovish measures. So the fact that they ruled out more dovish measures, that was certainly seen as less dovish than expected in terms of the tone there, i.e. helping dollar bulls come back into play. Remember, that's positive for the dollar if we're less dovish, okay? Dollar positive. And then, just before I show you some of the things we're looking at, and then as well, on Friday, the dollar had a nice surge to the upside. Couple of reasons for that. One of the key was data was not good from the Eurozone in the form of manufacturing and services PMIs. They were disappointing. And then this brings into the argument, remember we'd been speaking about how data everywhere else, apart from the United States, was looking encouraging. But now this throws a spanner in the works. Perhaps the economic rebound isn't so solid everywhere else. So is there more of an equilibrium again with the Eurozone, the UK and US, where we were seemingly having them break away? But no. The data wasn't great there for manufacturing PMIs. Flows back into the dollar. And data was good as well from the US on Friday. Manufacturing, services PMI data, existing home sales data, all encouraging. Okay, so this is significant. I just want to show you something on the daily. Again, keeping it naked. Let me just show you here. You see how we've been ranging really with dollar since the back end of July. So don't beat yourself up if you're finding conditions a bit choppy. We go through these periods, but you know, we have after these periods, we're going to have a nice run, whether it's to the upside, to the downside, once we break out this critical range. You can see before we had this consolidation from the back end, well, in June there, before carrying on selling, just like here as well. You know, we get these periods of consolidations, the market going through it at the moment. In terms of what we're looking out for, I like some downside with gold. This is something that we really caught some nice pips on with our members. You can see on a naked chart, again, bearish closure there. Look to want to fill this wick here on the weekly of, not last week, the week prior to that. On the 4 hour, this is something that we caught. A nice bear flag here. Pennant there, breakout flag. We're just going to retest it now. Watch out for signs of rejection there. With Euro, okay, with Euro, we've fallen back into this range. So we had this breakout of this sort of, if you look on the daily, remember I pointed this out last week, it's pennant. We've broken back into that range now, and it does look subject to further downside. You can see how we closed on the daily there. Probably going to carry on filling that wick and just move to the downside. With my eyes on sort of 116, if we can get rejections there. GU as well, we formed like this double top, 1-2, neckline here. Breakout, retest, what's signs of rejection. Remember last week as well, in a negative, fundamental negative update, Barnier said they made no progress in those Brexit talks, which is a huge negative for GBP, okay? Not good. They're heading towards leaving without a deal. That would be absolutely catastrophic. If the UK leaves on WTO terms, that is not good for the pound, okay? So watch out for signs of rejection around this neckline area, sort of around the 131 figure. If we get rejections there, man, is there room for this to fall quite hard? If we just look left there together, there's a lot of room there, you know, to our next major demand zone. And I just want to round up really on New Zealand dollar. I like on the weekly, we've got this structure, okay? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high again. We're going to produce another lower low, potentially. Now, let me just bring you up to speed of some of the fundamentals around New Zealand. We've had a surge in cases again of COVID at the moment in New Zealand. We, at the moment, they've delayed their general elections, which isn't good as well because of this surge in COVID cases in their largest city in Auckland. And then obviously the central bank remains extremely dovish. You know, they're looking at negative rates. That's dovish. That's NZD negative. So I'd like to see this continue into the south as well, New Zealand dollar. I think on Friday, yeah, we just got a bit of consolidation, a little flag structure here. Perhaps we can get a little breakout to the downside. And I think I spotted something on the daily. Bit of a head and shoulders structure here, there or thereabouts. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breakout, just retesting the neckline. So there's a few things we're looking out for, guys. In terms of this week, big focus. Again, shift back to the dollars. There's quite a few data points for the dollar this week, but big focus on Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, giving a speech at Jackson Hole, looking out for some clues, maybe on what they're gonna be doing, because they've spoken about all the action that they, further action that they could do, to support the economy. But what exactly? How much of it? When? Timing? Maybe he doesn't give much of a clue because we got the FOMC actual decision a few weeks later in middle of September. So let's see, but big focus around that. It could be a catalyst for the breakout for the dollar index if we're going to continue to the upside in our recovery. Other than that, guys, look, in terms of daily fundamental analysis, we provide that at freaknetwork.io. Please do not hesitate to check out our service, BluFX. Great solution if you are looking to become an all-rounded trader and continue to develop your skills. So excellent solution. Stay lit, baby. Let's get it.